the deal, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the V1becast, man. We got the whole gang here, the complete vibe, and all the members that come along with it. Today, we're getting ready to tackle, man, the state of gaming. Just in general, bunch of different topics, man. So let's get it.
What's the deal? It's Bob Soul, man. First I'd like to shout out our YouTube clip, man. Almost 4K views, dog. So that's something big for us, man. Appreciate all the views, appreciate the likes, the comments, and all the feedback. I'm
Yo,
done
it's your
for
boy Sage. Hope y'all, been doing well this last week. Can't wait to start this pod with y'all.
And I'm V1becast, and I wanted to let y'all know we are officially on Spotify. So if you wanted to listen to us on the go, you can find us on Spotify at V1becast by Vibe Inc. or anywhere that you get your podcasts.
Well, shit, man. State of gaming 2024. How do y'all feel about the current state of gaming, man? Who want to start off? I'll start off actually, because I don't know, bro. I really don't. I get mine out the way because I don't really have no answer to this question. I just kind of feel like this current state of gaming is I'm a just it is what it is type guy, bro. So I kind of just take everything for how it is. I don't really necessarily want to compare it to no different era than what we currently have. So we get good games, we get bad games, but at the same time, I feel like it's always been like that. So I don't really have like no certain way or feeling about the current state of gaming. I just take everything with a grain of salt, keep expectations low, and then when they surpass your expectations, bro, it's nothing to complain about. So
respect. Ain't mad at it.
Yeah, for me, because I agree with a lot of what you said. I am optimistic about where we're going. Just as we keep seeing the capabilities of the new consoles between the Series X and the PS5 and how far they can push it. Um, I think they finally venturing into a lot more cool ideas with games now. The only part that I feel like is going a little bit too far is the live service games and the state that they dropping games in. It seems like they care more about just getting the game out there rather than it being a complete product once they put it out. Relying too much on updates and your little day one update to fix the game no matter what state we dropped it in. They need to slow down on that, but we a couple of months ahead of Budokai Tenkaichi remake. 2K25 look promising, Madden look promising, GTA on the horizon. So I think it's a bright future for us right now.
For me, I really don't. I don't. I don't know where to put it for real. I feel like some games kind of they come out a little bit too quick. And I feel like some games are just money grabbers. Like I feel like the stuff that you are paying for is kind of still already be included into the game. I feel like more games is taking that away from us and making us pay $20. It's always the 20 ball that they getting us for. So there's some stuff that
Facts.
we already should have type shit. So I just feel like if they just went back to more so let us play the game and unlock that skin other than let's play the game, spend some money to get that skin. Feel like it should be more stuff like that. But other than that, as far as the adventure games and stuff like that, man, I feel like it's been on an up and up. I mean, it's not really too many games out there that can do wrong except for a couple like Dead Island. But that's kind of my opinion on it. It's kind of like a up and down with me.
Yeah, I feel kind of the same. Uh, um, a lot of these games are they're trying to become PC and mobile accessible for people that are on the go and want to play the game and are traveling and want to play the game and stuff like that for mobile games and bringing these PC games and console games to mobile devices for that reason. But uh honestly understand the reason why they make us pay so much to get, skins and unlock stuff. We come from an era where, unlocking that stuff was a part of the game because um most games
We
that
need to
we grew up
find them.
with, we didn't play online with other people until we got, Xbox Live and, you know, uh shit, whatever they call PlayStation online shit. But we didn't have none of that stuff to go off of. We just played whatever game came out. We beat it. We played it over and over and over. You know what I mean? So we played those games into the skins. We deserved those skins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
for the most part,
feel that.
for the most part, uh, yeah, we just I feel like games should start doing what they did before, but like how Grand Theft Auto was doing, making their games not necessarily yearly, especially like these sports games. Take the year off the games and just make a better game that will stay out for a couple of years until you make an even better game than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because if the updates are going to come out regardless, then that means that you're not gonna have too much new to show us when you drop the newest game.
yeah. It's like you
Nah,
limiting yourself.
sports games, bro. We don't even need to mention sports games, bro. In this day and age, I just feel like any nigga that's pouring their money, and I'm coming from a nigga that was pouring his money into sports games. If you still pouring your money into sports games, bro, you in the lose situation, bro. Like
Good.
it's the same shit every year. Is no improvement, bro. And I'm more so speaking like, yeah, I was paying a lot of money for sport, but I enjoyed the games at the same time. But like at a certain
Mm.
point, once you stop enjoying the game, it don't offer you nothing new. You know what I mean? To keep your level of enjoyment up, bro. Like it was cool when I was actually having fun, but like at a certain point, it's just like anything else. Like even if it wasn't a yearly release, if it was on a they just dropped some shit and it lasted for 2-3 years, you're gonna get tired of playing the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, but that's how
Right.
it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like you want to get tired of playing that game by the time they drop in a new game. Like
No,
like,
I
I
but
highly
you
agree
you
disagree.
with everything
I
also
was
you're
gonna say I
saying.
don't want to get tired of playing no game I paid damn near
And
$100
I
for.
agree with
I mean, I
everything
mean,
he's saying
yeah,
because
yeah.
that's
If
just the
you if
nature
you
of
saying
gaming.
if you saying like you paying 100 bones, uh, when you after you pay the $70 that you just paid to get the game when it first come out, yeah. But in terms of games that you don't have to do that for, then I feel like it's a safer bet to just because if a Grand Theft Auto came out every year, then how we looking? Those games wouldn't even be as interesting no more.
Yeah, that shit wouldn't be fun for real.
I ain't gonna compare GTA to sports games.
But no, just in essence of what Sage is saying, it's like you saying though, like what's the real incentive if you poured all that money into 2K24 with your player and your bills and the tattoos and all of this? What's the real incentives to spend another $70 to get 2K25 just to do all the same stuff again on a rotational year to year basis? But
That's
in reality, they not really gonna
Honestly, if you're
change
not
too much
streaming
about
and
the
making
game.
money
They
off
gonna
of it,
make changes that's just like they not improving the game. It's just, oh, let's just try something new this year so we can say that it's a new game.
that's what I'm saying. Like sports games, I don't even feel like we need to even dive into that because that's kind of like established. Like we don't even want to include that when we talking about the state of game because that shit's just a scam in its own right.
It is for sure.
I don't even want
But
to
I
go
feel
down
like
that
that
road. Is
it's
what
not
I'm
even
saying.
sports games in general. It's just like how live service games, I feel like they could follow that same format. Like they already putting a battle pass in 2K and stuff. Like why is it a battle pass or a season pass in 2K? Like
Jeez, bro.
instead of
Jeez.
wasting all that money and that time just to keep releasing the same thing, y'all can put out other games. Like you was saying, sometimes you get bored of a game, but it's like you supposed to play a game, have fun with it until you not, so you can move on to another game and enjoy more stuff. That's just the state of gaming. You're not really just supposed to play there and play one game for the rest of your life. As a real gamer, in my opinion. Some people, they
Yeah,
got their GTA 5 that they never get off of, and people be acting like GTA 5 is the gaming industry itself, like it's nothing other than GTA. If GTA flopped, the gaming industry done for it. Like it's not a bunch of other fun games for you to go experience. If you feel like GTA falling off for your favorite game, whatever it may be, Overwatch, Smite, 2K, Madden, this is your time to go enjoy other stuff.
Like Grand Theft Auto was one of those engines that has always been consistent with their games and has never really even in their older games they've never really made a bad game to say of. You know what I mean? Like people don't necessarily ever complain about Rockstar games. And that comes from not only just GTA but like Red Dead and the fuck was that other game?
I mean, they're a company that take their time to produce shit though. They were one of the more.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like they
Yeah.
they will they will literally get to give us 6 years with a game, and people will continue enjoying that game. And but that's what they used to do back in the day too. You know what I mean? Like those games that we were playing, those games were out for 5 6 years before they made a sequel to that game specifically.
And that's all the same company. GTA and 2K is the same company.
yeah.
Huh?
Well, it's all within the branch of Take
They,
Two.
yeah,
I think 2K did buy into Rockstar.
It's all within the same. Take Two Interactive owns Rockstar, and 2K.
yeah. 2K low key got their hand at a bunch of shit.
But Rockstars
Yeah,
is like the people that developed the game though.
The Rockstar is the yeah
yeah. I mean, they
2K
just
is
all
just the
they
the
like
corporate.
they like subgroups of Take Two, but
creative
Take Two
directors and
own
stuff
all
like
of
that.
that.
They do all of that stuff, but yeah, they are uh, a part of these other companies.
Yeah, Take Two Interactive own all of that.
All right, then let's tap into the next topic, man. The solo versus online, the PVE versus player. How y'all feel about it?
For me, I
Like,
always been a person that enjoys solo games more than online games, but there's such a heavy emphasis on it now.
Mm-hmm.
And the market in today's state of gaming, they just make so many online games. For me, I personally don't like my online experience being determined by somebody else. Like how me and Choji recently has been playing 2K, and then you get on there with somebody who just selfish. Like just don't want to pass the ball. He'll turn it over, airball threes, yada yada yada. Not my whole 2K game experience is based on bro who just want to play selfish. I rather play by myself or just play with just us and play a PVE. But I feel like they don't ever really put the love into PVEs that they need to, like the AI be basic, or they just make a bunch of limited classes with just like, to me, they just don't make them how they used to.
Yeah, yeah, I could agree with that. Yeah, I kind of mess with the solo games too. I enjoy the story of things, man. Like just going through it and like the decision based games and shit like that. I like just taking my time with a game, like games like Bioshock, Fallout, stuff like it's games to where you really got to search and just take your time, and it's kind of like the decision determines the future within the game, even if it's something small. So,
Right.
uh, other than the multiplayers and PVE stuff, I rock with it too. But I don't know, man. It's just a bunch of games that kind of like for us when we play it, it'd be cool for a minute, then we just be like, all right, what else?
Every time.
Like it's more limit to me. It's more limited than a solo game. In a solo game, you damn near can do anything. You just not playing with nobody. But in a PVE or whatever, they limit you because you're able to play with other people.
Yeah, I
So
think it
that's how
kind
I
of
feel
just
about it.
depend on like it all depend on what experience you're looking for. I wouldn't say one is better than the other. I guess great solos out there right now is great PvPs. Not so many great PvEs to keep it a buck, but like as long as your palette is diverse, like there's some shit out there for everybody. So I guess you could say that's kind of one up for like the state of gaming. Like there's something available that's you know on the upper echelon that you could find whether you a solo game player, story mode, or you a PvP player, or you are PvE, whatever the case may be. So I just kind of it all just really depend on the experience that you're really looking for, and I guess that's the good thing of today's state of gaming, if you would say, is that like the options are like unlimited, like it's unlimited options. So
Yeah, that's a good point.
like if
I
I'm
grew up. Oh no, go ahead, go ahead.
nah, I'm not, you got it.
Uh, well, basically, what I was saying, I grew up like having to share everything. So PvP and PvE has really been like a part of my life, my entire life, and uh, I don't know. I enjoy those games a lot. I really come to enjoy solo games a lot, but most solo games that I play are games that like don't really bring me a lot of joy. A lot of the better solo games are on PlayStation, and I
Facts.
haven't owned one in 20 years, I should say. Over 20 years, we haven't owned a PlayStation. So like it's hard to come across a really good, you know, Xbox exclusive, solo game, like Fallout or, well, honestly, Skyrim not even Xbox exclusive, but
Xbox don't
like
have
games like
exclusives.
that. It's
Xbox do
the
got
Fallout,
exclusives.
Fallout.
You play Fallout on PC.
But come on now,
Fallout
that
wasn't
wasn't it. Wasn't
exclusive.
always Fallout wasn't exclusive, bro.
Most Bethesda games exclusive, ain't they?
Yeah,
I mean, they just bought
you
them.
you can get anything
Uh,
on PC because PC is like that, bro. It's always been like that, and they get those games so that they can mod them on PC.
So is it
When you like,
exclusive
just
though,
like
or is it?
Minecraft, bro. Just like Minecraft. Like Minecraft ain't an exclusive, but at the same time, like people don't get Minecraft on the PC unless they're, literally getting ready to make a server to mod. If that's the case, if
Fellas,
you
I
already
don't
got a
think
console,
Fallout
there's
is an
no reason
exclusive.
for you to get it on PC unless you are modding the game.
I don't think Fallout is an exclusive,
No,
fellas.
Fallout was on PlayStation 3. I played Fallout on PlayStation 3. Fallout 3. So it
Yeah,
might the newer
Fallout 4
ones
and
might
Fallout New
be.
Vegas is both on PlayStation.
I didn't play the new ones, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say I know my Fallout experience was on PlayStation. So I wouldn't even call that an exclusive.
Yeah,
Uh,
Xbox just bought, well, Microsoft just bought Bethesda.
to
so
my knowledge, Bethesda uh was Xbox.
No.
so
That's
They
uh
are now.
within the year, within
they
the last
say
year.
they say
Yeah, they
Forza
recently
Horizon
bought them.
5, basically Forza, Starfield, Gears,
Hmm.
and Halo, um, Elder Scrolls,
Elder Scrolls is
uh,
Bethesda.
Dead Rising.
Hmm. No, Dead Rise is not an
Uh,
Xbox exclusive.
that's what they say.
Skyrim
No,
was
but I
probably
had
the
that bitch
only
on
Elder
PlayStation for
Scrolls
sure.
game that
State of
wasn't.
Decay.
You said what game?
Dead Rise, I had that bitch on. I had the first one and the second one on PlayStation.
Dead Rising.
No, I had the second one. The second one. I think the first one was an exclusive, but they ended up because that's Capcom.
Yeah, they say that the original Dead Rising is on
No,
PS4.
I know I had the second one on PlayStation.
Well, shit, we know for sure Halo,
Yeah, I
Gears,
mean,
and
when I say they
Forza.
don't, when I
Yeah,
say
You
they
know,
don't have exclusives, I mean they got
I'm
they
gonna
the
say.
ones that carried like the Halos and the Gears
I'm
of
about to say.
Wars
I
and
know
shit.
Dead Rising. The the it was the prequel to 2 was an exclusive to Xbox
So yeah, they got like
because they were in the mall.
the PlayStation up in exclusives right now, though. I give them that.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
they have always been because they pretty much ran the gaming besides Nintendo. They pretty much ran gaming all this year. Sony and Nintendo ran gaming this entire time. Like Microsoft is doing what they can, but they just doing what they can. And
you ain't
Yeah,
doing
they
enough.
are relatively new to the weather.
we as people who love Microsoft and play Microsoft consoles and stuff like that, we're just fans who here to support, and that's how I see it.
Yeah, Xbox as a company is relatively newer than Sony and Nintendo too.
Because before that, what was Xbox? Dreamcast?
I don't
Or
think Xbox
Sega.
was nothing.
Yeah,
No, no, Xbox, Microsoft. I think Microsoft was Dreamcast, weren't they? Before they dropped
I,
the first Xbox?
I don't think so. I think Sega. I think that
Like,
was Sega, and Sega is not Microsoft. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Sega is Japanese.
oh, is Dreamcast Sega?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Xbox came from the dirt, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
Dreamcast is Sega.
Yeah, Dreamcast is Sega. Xbox came from
Xbox was
literally the ground
just the
in
Xbox, the
the
first
early
original
2000s.
Xbox that dropped with
there's
Halo.
a
That was
360. Oh yeah, the black
damn
Xbox.
No,
niggas
the
Yeah, I
forgot
had
about the
regular.
that bitch.
OG
No.
He said the
Xbox, bro.
360. No,
That's
the
why that's why I
OG
Yeah,
thought
box
that's why I
was
thought the
Yeah,
niggas
Dreamcast
forgot
2000.
because
about
the
the OG
Dreamcast
box.
look like the first Xbox, don't it?
No,
no,
Got
hell
kind of like
no.
That
not
It's
bitch
a
the
look
big
like
ass. It's a big ass
360.
black. It's a big ass black X,
if anything, that
and
bitch
it's a
look like a
box. Like,
PlayStation 1. Like it like
Yeah,
a mix between a PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64. If anything, but that bitch
yeah,
don't
it
know.
really looked like a Nintendo
I
64.
haven't, bro. It's so crazy because I had both of these systems. My dad used to take us to this traders market, like
yeah, Dreamcast
that
is like PlayStation One.
that was right there off DeQuinder and between 8 and 9 Mile, bro.
Yeah, them bitches
And
look just alike.
he would buy us these old ass systems, bro, with shit, a whole bunch of games. And Dreamcast was kind of like the Wii, bro. Like you could
Hey
move
man,
the
shout out to
controller
Wii,
and
man.
the niggas will move with you. Like it was some games where they had that accessibility.
Shout out to Wii, man.
Huh?
Shout out to the Wii.
Yeah, I guess shout out to the Wii.
So shit, where we at as far as the questions? So we still on? Did we talk about live service games?
We kind of went to the solo and PVE, but we did speak on it.
All right. So what the state of anime games?
Yeah, we can really talk about whatever we want to talk about in
Yeah,
terms of gaming.
to be
That was
honest.
just you see,
Well,
as I wrote them, I didn't even write them as questions for real. They was just things for people to think about before we got on pod.
Yeah, you don't want to do it.
uh,
It's like easily here we could, because we was just talking about the PVE versus PvP, and easily here we could slide right into the biggest flops because I feel like some of the games that have flopped for us have been PVE games just because
man,
they
we gonna
didn't
talk
show
about
any
it. We can
Well,
love.
talk about it.
let's just get this out the way when we talking about PVE, bro. I just think
Man,
Okay.
it's a watered down genre, and the shit is just bad right now. And mainly because the Destiny, Outriders, First Ascended, Warframe, meta of PvE looter shooters, that shit just gotta go, bro. It's just not good. Like,
Thank you for
it's
saying that.
not
Oh my
good,
god.
bro. It
Stop
Bro,
making
is,
looter shooters, bro. Every PvE don't gotta be a fucking looter shooter.
and it's the same shit. It's a character. You might get a character with a specific set of abilities. Oh, this character class look cool. This character class look cool. And you get some guns and you get some loot and you go on some missions, bro, and you shoot shit up. You fight some waves of enemies, hoping to get some loot, and you repeat the process. And the shit is repetitive as fuck. After the first day, the
Man,
newest one, First Ascended, right? I told you I had just played it for the first time the other day because I thought like that's something y'all was rocking with. So I'm like, all right, let me see if I can get
yeah,
into it. I played it, bro, and I'm like, okay, not bad on first day. I can kind of see where they was going. And I even said right there, I was like, I can see how this shit can get repetitive. That first day I played for maybe 2-3 hours. I felt like I did the same mission 6 or 7 times, bro. It was
man.
literally rinse and
yeah, like that.
repeat. The fucking AIs are not what you gonna put a gun in a robot hands and he gonna auto aim at me. And I'm like, it's just not a good meta
They do
to
the same
continually
shit
produce
over and
these
over and
games
over.
with a different skin on them. Now, Destiny was good for its time and what it did at that time, but the copycats and all that, everyone trying to mimic it and then make the free to play models where everything is locked behind a paywall, like Warframe, where you got all these characters. You either gonna have to grind
Man,
that shit 100 hours a
bro, do you
week.
know how hard it is to get a Warframe skin, bro?
You
You
literally
know how
it's
much
So,
time me and
impossible.
we,
Soul put into
bro,
Warframe, bro, to
It's
get
oh, we
it.
put so many
Oh my
hours trying to get
god.
it.
it's either come
Still
out
didn't
that
get that shit.
cheese or you playing 100 hours a week on that shit, bro. Like it's
Oh
not
my,
fun
and
enough.
it's crazy because Warframe one of the more popular ones.
I'll never
Man,
understand
it's
because the
so much
shit's
work,
not fun
bro.
enough to keep you engaged for that long. Because how many times are you gonna do the same mission over and over again, trying to grind some loot? So when you get the loot, you do the same shit with the new loot that you did with the shit you had before. You just go into a different
Man,
area and shoot shit up. Like that meta is watered down. I think that's why PvE games is just a wash right now, bro. They just not good.
Hey, low key, when you say that, bro, that shit remind me of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood when we was playing that shit.
oh my god.
It was literally rinse and repeat. But that
That
shit
was
was fun as
Unity.
hell.
That was
Oh,
Unity.
Unity, yeah, all right, bet,
Yeah,
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that shit was fun as hell. But
But
give me
that,
Unity
that.
was
yeah,
fun,
Give me
bro.
that. Cause it's like
yeah,
the little
Unity
stealth,
was tough.
I don't know
the
why they
stealth
haven't done
aspect
that
of it.
again.
And I'd rather
Like,
play some shit like that where I gotta put some thought into like the game, even if it's the same shit. But like I'm thinking
Yeah,
because it's like I gotta stealthily move my way around the map and see how I'm gonna dodge this shit and that shit versus just okay, put the
yeah.
gun in my hand and shoot up some AI. Like that
you
shit
feel
get
me? And that's just
old,
the
bro.
problem. It's just looter shooter, looter shooter. Like literally Assassin's Creed Unity. Assassin's Creed Unity had its problems because it was like the first time they ever did it, and they needed to work some stuff out. But it's like in today's day and age, like
That
bro,
should
the
be perfect.
technology done went up. Y'all done made games like Odyssey and Valhalla with these big, beautiful maps that got all these capabilities. We literally
Man,
used to be on Unity running the same heist over and over again. And it was crazy because it was like
hours,
we had
bro.
got it down to a point where we knew how to get certain stuff, but sometimes it was like you had to go into like the first floor to get what we needed. And it was like it wasn't always just we snuck down there, got it, and ran. Sometimes we got into fights, big fights.
Yeah,
Where like
funny as
one
hell.
person got cut up, he fighting 7 people in a room, other people coming, you gotta go help. But like it was all fun, but we was able to
Yeah, that
put
was hectic.
thought into it, and we not just shooting stuff and just looting. Like it was different. You feel me?
Yeah,
And it's so crazy to me that they haven't like thought like let's make another online Assassin's Creed, but let's update it. Let's put more heist in the game. Let's make it more difficult. Let's put different type of assassin based missions in an online Assassin's Creed game and try that again.
low key, just turn Assassin's Creed into a GTA. Call it a day. Just keep adding heists on that
But
bitch.
see, we really kind of like the outcast when it comes to like the fucking multiplayer Assassin's Creed experience because a lot of like OG Assassin's Creed fans do not like it, bro. They do not speak highly of the
No,
unities
not of Unity. They do
and the
not.
brotherhoods. Like
That's
they
because
don't like that
Unity was
shit.
crazy buggy though.
Bro had his
according to me.
problems, but you gotta understand at the time that it was made, bro. Like this
Yes.
shit, it wasn't how it is nowadays. So of course it was gonna be. It was like the production was there, bro, but the quality wasn't. I guess.
And they
Like
did not make that game like that wasn't like an online Assassin's Creed game. That was they put out their next title and just thought to add online to it. So the
man,
game wasn't necessarily built for the online experience. It just happened to have it in the game and it was buggy, and that's what people complain about. But I'm like, if they fully commit to the idea with the technology they have now, I can't really see how they would do it that wrong again.
I
they
don't
can't
think they
flop
could
on that.
fully commit to it online based off like just how the background of Assassin's Creed is though. Like because it's
Man, I hate
the
that, bro.
the origin of Assassin's Creed is
You would
just a
literally.
solo, and they don't want to upset the
Oh,
OG fans. So like I understand them
I'm about
not
to say
going forward.
unless you join guilds, it'd be like
and
because
just convince niggas to
like
sign a
you
petition.
you have to join guilds, bro. Like you have to be in there. You like if they created another online Assassin's Creed and they made it more so like GTA where it was free roam 24/7. You doing
Some
whatever
of
the
big
hell you
ass
want to do.
map.
Yeah, you going on. You just doing whatever you want to do.
It have to be like some DC
Murdering
Universe
whoever you
I,
want.
online
I,
type
I
shit.
honestly wouldn't even do that though, because you're asking a lot out of Assassin's Creed game.
It'd have
Yeah,
to
But
be
that
this
some
would
would
be a
be
DC
lot, bro. But
Universe
Easy
the
online
thought
type
to it,
shit,
bro.
bro.
The thought to it is so tough, bro. I feel like that shit would go crazy. I'd be like,
What I'm saying for an online Assassin's Creed game is like literally just have missions. You know, like how we used to play the old Assassin's Creed games, and
we sit in
they
a
would
lobby
have
and
it
wait
just
for a mission.
no. They would have it set up where it's like you need to kill this person, but it's like 20 guards. You in like this building with like 4 floors. It's a couple of ways to get up there, and you and your friends just load into that map and go and kill. Literally, just what we used to do when we used to go run heists on Unity. We just loaded up to a building that had an objective, and we went in there and did it. But if they added more variety, just so we didn't have to keep running the same map, oh, we was running the same map just over and over again. Now imagine
bro,
if
we
it's
knew the
3 maps.
map.
One of
We
them
knew
is
the
a
map
heist.
without even thinking about it, bro.
You feel me? We was doing the same map. One of them is a heist. One of them is an
We was
assassination
betting
party.
that
Like
it's gonna be the first picture at some point. We was like bet
you
500,
feel
bet 500.
me?
Peep
And
game
then it'd
though.
be the
Like
Peep game. I don't even think that it's Assassin's Creed that got that formula, bro. I think the right formula for that would be Hitman, bro. I feel like if
Hitman.
they
Yeah. I
Hitman
agree with
would
that.
would
That's a
turn
good
that
point.
shit all the way up if they was to make it like because they shit already like the newest versions of Hitman is literally just all online and they got it set up to where like you can create your own mission and like set the difficulty and have other people online play it and shit and see how quick they get past it and set how many targets on that bitch or set the way the map layout is. Like they really got the formula for real. If you want to like, and all they really got to do is just add the multiplayer aspect and that should be perfect. Because
Yeah,
Hitman
that's a
Online
good
is
point.
really because it's not the same shit. Because it literally changed. The layouts change, the security positions change, everything change every time you do it. So it's like a new. You feel me? It's a new experience every
Mhm.
time. So if Hitman was to do some shit like that and introduce multiplayer with the same formula they got kind of right now, just revamped, that should be a banger.
Yeah,
And,
that
and
sounds
there,
tough.
or it was like, because that was a good comparison to Hitman, and from what I'm saying, like think about Payday,
Mhm.
just in that strategic team aspect and how we was going in there and getting stuff. But this one is more Assassin's Creed based, so it's just in a different time. You got this athletic person, you got these stealthy kills that you can get off and stuff like that. But the PV, the more so the experience that I'm saying is not like GTA, because GTA that's not easily copyable, and I don't even know how that would work for Assassin's Creed. But more so like Payday, when you have a map and its objectives, and you and your friends load in and complete it.
Niggas ain't keeping 300 gigs on that shit to play Assassin's Creed.
300 gigs is crazy. I mean, that's
That's
just game.
GTA. That's what I'm saying. Like niggas
What's
not put
300
300
gigs is
gigs,
crazy.
bro, for the Assassin's Creed. GTA is different, but like niggas not hold that for fucking Assassin's Creed.
You feel me? And another game that I thought was I wouldn't necessarily say like it was top tier or something, but like when we did our gameplay of Gotham Knights, I really don't see why that game wasn't treated as like live service and just didn't get like updates every 4 months or something like that, just to add a new mission or a new villain for you to take down.
I just felt like that bitch was cool for what it was. Like I really don't have no
It
real
was.
complaints for Gotham Knights. Like I fuck with my only thing is they should have opened the story up to like you could play for. You know what I mean? Like it was for
I got the
available
money, bro.
players. It should have been
I
for
got the money.
available online. But like the story was cool for me. You know what I mean? As a Batman fan and shit like that. I fuck with it. Nice seeing all the villains and shit. And then once it was over, I feel like it wasn't long enough, but it wasn't short either. So like once it was over, it was like, all right, I don't have no more. I'm satisfied. You feel me? Like how y'all was saying, like you should
Yeah.
want to play a game till you get tired of it. Like it was just long enough to the point where it's like, all right, yeah, I don't need to be playing this no more. I got everything I can get out of it. You know what I mean? And I'm cool. Like I don't need to revisit.
What was you saying, so?
I got complaints, man. I feel like they low key dropped the ball with Gotham Knights. Just to compare just the series itself, just the way it was, the graphics to it, everything looked. It wasn't as fluent as it was on Gotham Arkham Knights. If I'm comparing the last game to the most recent game, I feel like they could have took the same platform as any of the Gotham games in the series and just made it online, or just, you know what I'm saying, just made it into their own story, but just keep the same platform. But I just feel like Gotham Knights was more. It was blocky. It was
But I
real
feel
like.
like that's the difference. That's the difference between online games and
Yeah,
solo games. So like
exactly.
you can go deeper. You can go much deeper into a game where you don't have to include two two or three other people into your game. You can make a game much longer and much more valuable for to a person's dollar or whatever, even if it's a game where it's a live update, or like that type of game. Like if it's a solo game, this person is going to keep investing into this game because like it's just one, if it's updating, it's already a good game. And on top of that, you know you got you got updates and the length of it already. So if you haven't beat the game and they're giving you an update to the game that you haven't even beat yet, then that's giving you a reason to come back to that game and put more money into it and this and that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Gotham Knights, they didn't do that. They literally made a game where they was like, people gonna pay for these skins because if they real fans of DC and Batman, they gonna be fans of Robin too. They gonna want these skins, so they gonna give us they 20 ball, and that's gonna be that. Like whoever they pick, they gonna
Bro,
they
the
gonna play
20
with that
ball is
character when they
so
play with their
devious.
friends.
You ain't have to pay for shit in Gotham Knights though.
No, you didn't. You just had to
Yeah,
grind for it.
everything was unlockable.
Yeah.
Everything
I mean,
was
you paid for Gotham Knights.
yeah.
It
But I'm
wasn't like
saying
a
you
free
ain't have to
game or
buy
nothing,
no
but
none of
after
the
that, you
skins
got
and suit.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I think one Gotham Knights was like they was charging for like they was charging for Gotham Knights for like a month or two, and then they put that shit right on Game Pass.
Yeah, we could have waited for real.
definitely could have waited.
We could have anticipated that way longer.
Yeah, we could have, but I mean, we DC fans, you feel me? We Batman fans, so we was talking about that game for a while. They had postponed it and everything.
Man, sick.
We
Yeah,
was talking about that for a while, and then to
yeah.
talk about other games that we was talking about for a while. And I feel like Anthem was probably the best laid formula for PVE, and I feel like they didn't really flop on the PVE aspect for me. It was just the game itself.
I don't know, man. Mhm.
Yeah, I kind of like forgot Anthem existed. It was just a minute ago, man.
It
Anthem,
was.
Kind of cool, man.
Anthem just
I
At
ain't
the
really think
perfect
it was
Bro, that
that
was a
bad, bro. It just wasn't shit to do on that bitch. To
the anthem
me.
was perfect. Anthem was perfect, bro. Everything about that
bro.
game was perfect. You just couldn't do nothing in that bitch, bro.
Yeah, it just wasn't
You
shit
just
That's
to
did the
do.
that was the
same
first time
shit,
that they was gonna do what we saying. They was gonna do a
bro.
real PVE
They
game with
yeah,
live service updates, but they did not put nothing in the base game.
they
And then the
literally
base
made
game
the
was super
perfect game.
glitchy too.
They made the perfect game and flop. That's so crazy.
It's
No, they
so
didn't make a
crazy, man.
perfect
I
game,
put
but
I put so much money into that shit, bro.
What you
To
ain't
me,
like
it was a
about
perfect
Anthem?
game, bro. To
it
me, it was a
wasn't
perfect game.
perfect. It was cool, but it wasn't perfect, bro. Like
The
it
Just the
was.
concept of it,
gameplay
bro, was
itself, though,
perfect,
not the
bro.
game. The
Yeah,
gameplay.
I think the gameplay was
Like
alright. I
the
wouldn't say it's
idea, bro, the
perfect.
concept. I feel like that shit was perfect, bro. It was everything I would want in the game. I
Bruh.
could explore this big ass world in this exosuit, bro. I could fucking fly whenever I want to. I
You
could
could
run fast
customize the
whenever I want to.
exosuit down to every ability that you
I could
wanted.
I could do whatever I need, and all I gotta do is travel and just loot shit and fight with niggas. Like, bro, it was perfect for me, and they flopped.
How they
You
flop if
could
it was
carry
perfect?
guns. Well, it's
The
the
concept
game
was
dropped
perfect, though.
super buggy. We just talk about the gameplay, not the whole game itself.
Yeah,
I didn't
Like
think it was that
remember
buggy.
day one the game was like unplayable because it had loading problems. Like you would try to load into a mission and it kept booting you to the screen.
yeah.
They had to send out like an emergency, like couple hours patch and shut down the servers just to fix the game because it was literally unplayable. And they didn't even fix it. They just made it so it's like it didn't happen every single time. And then there was like no content in the game on drop because they had a roadmap to like drop something every 2 months. Every 2 months, it was supposed to be an expansion to the story, a new mission, and like they were supposed to do an event every 4 months. They had this whole roadmap planned out for what they wanted to put in the game, but when it dropped, you was forced to play online. It was barely
Or
any
so
content in the game to begin with, but the gameplay itself was smooth.
smooth, bro. Fuck with it.
The graphics was nice.
Like we was doing sweet shit on it, bro. They just never expanded
Like we was on the
into
beta.
making it better.
The
Like
beta, we was late.
that could have been they could have turned that shit into a like another Destiny type game, bro. And that shit would have been smooth with me. It would have made my day.
But that's what we was talking about in the other thing. Like these games that they just dropping before they ready is just like y'all killing games before they even have a chance. Most recently, I think Xbox just tried to drop a exclusive called Redfall.
That's that vampires shooting game?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that flop.
That
That
flopped day
flop for
one.
sure. Yeah.
Like,
People damn near wasn't even excited for it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
we
think
like
yeah,
people
niggas
was
wasn't like niggas
yeah,
wasn't
people
ready for
was
the
because it was like,
rainfall.
all right, new concept, it's
Nah,
vampires.
niggas
and it
wasn't
was on
ready.
Game
But
Pass,
niggas
so it was
was
like you didn't
yeah,
have to pay nothing to play it. So people was just like, oh, I tap in. Day one, that bitch flopped.
yeah, that's tough.
I honestly,
That's tough.
I expect everything that make it to Game Pass right off jump to flop.
And that's how they doing it
I
though.
kind of feel
That's the
that. Yeah,
But
reputation they done
Yeah,
set for Game
that's the
Pass,
go
bro.
to though. Like
yeah.
I kind of
they
expect everything to flop.
even
Like
if you don't gotta pay for these games, we still paying for our subscription. So in a way, they getting paid for these games, even if people just trying them out for 30 minutes and seeing that they don't like them. As long as they
mm,
got somebody to download that motherfucker, they gonna get they cut, and that's gonna be that. You know what I mean? That's gonna be that at the end of the
Mhm.
day, because it's
Yeah.
all gonna be stats on the paper, and you know everybody who put in and invested into that game is gonna get what they invested into it, except the players.
mm.
Nah, cause niggas is shutting down. Nah, niggas are getting shut down for a bad game.
I
No, they
mean,
are.
yeah, but
They are now. That was like
Yeah,
after
but
years of them like messing up games. Now it's just like, all right, bro, we're literally losing money.
yeah, people, yeah, I'm about to say people is dropping games and they just out with games now, bro. It's like all of these little little like foraging games out now. Game like they really just be like 2D platforms, and you can just walk around and you know build on your land, and that's all you do the entire time. And
Let's
people
build a
play these
zoo.
games all day. Yeah, literally though.
Let's
2D
You
build a
gotta
zoo.
games,
kind of know the
ain't nothing.
developer
Yeah.
though, and I think you gotta take into account the developer and the budget they working with though, because every game not gonna have like a major backing behind it.
Every
Some
game that's been
games is
for like the last 5 years though. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like every game that's been on Game Pass and every free game that's been on Game Pass and that's been dropping under people's noses, those are the games that's been dropping.
no, that's not true. I wouldn't
People
say every
games that
game that's
people
been on
ain't paying
Game
attention to
Pass. Nah.
has been
Oh, I
dropping
mean, if
under
niggas
people's
not paying attention
noses.
to them, if
That's what
niggas
I'm saying.
they
Like
can't flop if niggas not paying attention to them in the first place. They just probably random ass indie
Yeah,
games or
our
random ass
technicality.
developers that just wanted to throw some shit out on a limb. But like a flop is like some shit that's backed behind a big corp that's backed like Bethesda or some shit or EA or
Like
some
Cyberpunk.
shit that's established, not like no random ass developers who not even credible just put out a game and it's on Game Pass. Like we can't hold that against them because they not, you know what I mean? They not in the upper echelon. They probably niggas trying to find their way. So
Yeah,
what if they
like
is just an indie
Cyberpunk
company
flopped
and
at
they getting
first.
backed by a big company and they just on Game Pass?
you can't be indie and get backed. If you're not indie no more at that point, if you're getting backed by a bigger corporation, they gonna have a stamp on that shit.
Yeah, I guess you got a point.
I ain't holding against because them at the end of the day, like a lot of them games on Game Pass is just niggas that's just like they kind of smaller corporate. I'm flops. We talking like the niggas that's like the premier developers. You know what I mean? Like the niggas that's known for
Or shit
putting
like
out,
Outriders and shit
who
like
got
that.
the resources. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
everybody
like
don't got the
Anthem is
resources.
backed by EA.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? They got the resources and shit, you feel me, to put out a quality product.
2K
Some
and shit
niggas is
like
making shit do with what they got and they budgeting.
yeah,
And
2K
them
flop.
games still be good to your point. They put out some good indie games, like the
No,
game
yeah.
Hades.
No, it's a lot out there for sure. It's like hit or miss to
Mm.
me. Anytime I look at an indie game and I think it's interesting, it's hit or miss. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like say
I'm never
Diablo,
mad at them though.
you know what I mean? Backed by, you
Oh
know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah,
Like and
yeah.
I'm not gonna say it flopped because I'm not a Diablo guy. I'm not a Diablo fan or nothing like that. I thought it would be interesting to get into. But like that's a game where you feel me, that's was worked on for years, huge corporation. You feel me, like in like Activision, you feel me, like really was locking in with. That was their big drop for that year, and I didn't think the game was that good. But like I said, I'm not a Diablo guy. A lot of people who rock with
No.
Diablo thought the game was good. From an
People say
outsider
that
looking in,
the other three was better. Damn near.
People
They
do say
like
that the other three was better, but
the
but
mechanics to it was better.
four was still in game of the year conversations though.
For real.
Yeah, so that's why. But
mm,
like a lot of people fuck with it, maybe because it was the newest version out, and that could be like a
Mhm.
thing. But like, I didn't think the game was fun or no shit like that. You know, it
but
flopped to
hold on,
me.
Oh yeah.
hold on, because look, I can't go that far to say that it wasn't like good or fun. It just had a really bad flaw and something that we all experienced that when we was playing together. And it was just like once
I
you
never
got to a
played Diablo.
certain
I ain't gonna lie
point,
to y'all.
Yeah, if I could get
Let's do it,
my
bro.
$70
You ain't never
back,
played.
I'll put that ticket in a
Man,
heartbeat.
I love it.
yeah,
I could put
yeah.
that
And
That's the
it was
70 that
the
hurt.
problem with Diablo is that you just
man.
got to a point like you played the game, you leveled up, you got to these new abilities, but it's just like at the
These
end of
niggas
the day,
still hard.
me.
These niggas still hard as hell to beat. They help going down one.
Like I
I
got
just
all
summoned
these
a whole
abilities and it just
thunderstorm.
don't feel like I'm doing anything for real.
I
Like
summoned a whole thunderstorm with tornadoes, bro. I
yeah,
That's
hit
how I be
20
feeling
points.
about like games like
Come
Dark
on.
Soul though. Like when you play games like that, that's exactly how
I think Dark Souls
but
made
Dark
those
Souls
people.
is a different
Dark
rage
genre.
Souls
games.
made
Like
people
those
bullshit.
games are meant for you to rage on. Like you not meant to beat the game. And the niggas who do beat the game, like they damn near probably went through two consoles because they broke one. They broke the last two. You know what I mean? Before cause them niggas kept getting killed by the final two bosses type shit.
Yeah, but it's like when you look at Dark Souls, it's like you could go on Dark Souls right now and find somebody that's like, I'm a level 1 with a club, beating some of the hardest bosses in the game just because you actually developed that skill and that knowledge to be better. Diablo was literally like you'll hit level 50 and it's just like you got some abilities, but it don't mean nothing because the entire game scales
Ah,
with you.
Hey, see, they was
bro,
hyping the end of the
I'm not deep into the Dark Souls like what's the name, but like I be talking to people about it, and somebody told me it's like whenever even if you start over in Dark Souls, like whatever level you were when you started over, say if you were level 50 and you decided to just start over and start over at level 1, all of those NPCs that you started over, those NPCs are still going to be, level 50 base type NPCs. So you walking around with a club and you going against at level 1, you going against level 50 NPC type niggas,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they
But it
just
was
regular
what I'm saying
mobs.
that
They
it was
not
a
they not
skill for you to
bosses.
develop
They
in Dark
regular
Souls.
mobs, huh?
I'm saying that it was a skill for you to develop when you got good at Dark Souls games, you learned the boss patterns. There was things that you can do to make the game feel like, oh, I can really go in here and beat bro and not get touched. Because you put that time into the game to become that good. It's not like that in Diablo.
Yeah.
Diablo,
yeah,
you just
Souls
You
walking in
feel
and
games.
me?
Souls games is just kind of like you kind of know what you're getting yourself into on Souls games, and you expect to be the underdog. Diablo is never a point where you like they kind
Be
of
better than
gas the abilities at the end of the chart. So when you grind to them, you feel like you're gonna have the upper hand. You never had the upper hand, honestly.
You never
never.
have like it's
Um,
no
So how
skill
do
that you
you
can
ever
add to the
like get
game
to
to
that
just be
like
like,
thought to think that you got the
because that's how they
like
make the
the
Because
process
bro, it's
even
play
if
like,
you
out. That's how they
grind it,
make the
yo,
level up process play
so
out.
because
yeah,
that's
so
how
like
it
you
is.
being
That's how it
one,
is in Dark Souls too. You grind that
nah.
level, but you're still
nah,
the
bro, it's
underdog
not.
So think
regardless.
of
Like
it, think
We
of it,
I,
think of it, think of it in like a Pokemon scenario, bro. Like you in one village and a Pokemon level 5. You go to one village, the other one 15. And yo Pokemon is evolving towards level 15. So if you go back to level 5, it's an easy kill. In Diablo, you go back to
okay,
level 5, bro. Them niggas are they hard as fuck to kill, bro. Like it's a whole ass battle that you gotta go through. So
bro.
they level
what
up
I'm
through
saying, and
the
what
whole
I'm
map
and what I'm
levels up
saying
with you.
is, and Dark Souls does the same. The
No.
entirety of the
We
game.
agree with what you're saying, but we saying that there's a progression point in the system that means something, not just level wise. You can get better at Dark Souls the game, or Dark Souls like games like Elden Ring. You can just get better at the
Yeah,
game
it's like
to make
shit
it feel like
involved.
when you go back and fight a boss. Yeah, I might have struggled and died to him 40 times, but now when I come in here, I can fight him and not get touched
Yeah, like you
because of
learn
the
niggas
experience and the
patterns, his
knowledge that I
parry
gained.
mechanics,
Diablo
his
don't
dodge
offer
mechanics. Diablo, you literally just walking around that bitch like throwing abilities,
just pressing
and
buttons.
if your ability's not
And that
hitting,
shit does
it's
nothing.
yeah, it's a from above. Like it's not like dark. It's hard to compare it to Souls because Souls is like you kind of got the controller in front of you and you can see the movements you making and you kind of like operating as if you
Yeah,
was the person. Diablo is almost like you playing a chessboard and you moving pieces and just pressing abilities to see what abilities work. Them abilities don't work. It's nothing outside of
Cook.
those abilities that's gonna really fuck with you. You know what I
there's
mean?
nothing that you can do, bro. There's
It's
nothing
not
to
like I
learn.
can parry
You
some shit
grind to
or I
level 50,
could.
you get your alt don't mean nothing in the next mission, bro.
Yeah.
Don't mean shit. Don't mean nothing to a
Like
dollar.
you grind out this ability tree, you string these couple abilities together, they just tanking them. Like, what was my point of getting here? I don't feel no reward. I don't feel good about grinding. I don't feel good about these hours that I put into the game because my abilities in the end don't do anything, and it's nothing that I can do because the game is just it's a flat surface game. I can't jump over stuff. I can't learn his systems and know how to fight him better. It's just I'm just in here pressing buttons
And getting
and the
overwhelmed
button's not doing nothing. Like,
and
no
niggas
I
matter
just
blasting
how
you.
wasted. I
far I
just
get,
wasted 30 heals just trying to fight 3 niggas, bro. I just wasted
And
30
these
heals.
these are niggas that's on the way to the mission.
Yeah,
These ain't the
they on
niggas.
the
On the
way.
way
These
though.
ain't the
That's the
niggas
problem.
in the dungeon. These is the niggas you see
These
passing
niggas I
by
want
that
to
you don't
flex
even gotta
I
on.
get
fight
to
for
a
Yeah.
real.
dungeon, bro, and these niggas is
These the
they
niggas
about
you
it.
yeah, you ain't even
They
gotta fight
about
for
it.
real, but they there and they gonna attack you. So it's like
Bruh.
then you get to
It's
the
like I
dungeon. You
grinded to
by the time
50.
you
I
get to
got
the
this
dungeon,
new
you ain't got
ability.
no
I want to walk
heals.
up and smack somebody. You
But
can't even do
Be
that.
like that.
You'll
you
be
unlock
damned
some
if you
shit
run
like,
into.
oh yeah, this a peasant. I'm about to mark this nigga.
You
Shit.
feel that's like and like Mike was saying, that's like having your Charmander, getting him up to Charizard to just feeling like every time you did flamethrower, it was 5 damage.
It'd
You'll
be
be
a
sick.
nigga.
Like I just grinded dog up. He didn't learn flamethrower. He about a level 75 at this point, rare candies, all of that. And what am I here for?
You on that bitch getting smacked by an NPC named Wild Bear.
Tearing you up, bro.
Uh,
You a level 50 with this new ability you just got. You hit them with it. They do the same amount of damage that you've been doing since you started, man. That experience was not fun.
but shit,
Sounds like a rage
Some
game to
people
me.
like it.
some people fuck with Diablo, man. Some I don't.
You feel
Just
me?
winning for
And
me.
power to
Just
them,
winning
bro.
for me. Not to say it wasn't a good game or nothing
Power
like
to
that.
them, bro.
Just winning for me personally.
I have no want to download that game
But
again.
that's the
Yeah,
70 I wish I
like
could
I
have
feel like I
back,
play the
man.
other one.
That's
I play the
probably
other Diablo.
nah. That experience made me not even want to like.
That's tough.
Nah, I'm cool. Cool on there. I didn't see all I need to see, bro. I didn't see all I need to see. I'm cool, bro. That's probably like top 3 on my list of games I wish I can get refunded for.
Wait, what's your 3?
My 3, bro. I'll probably I ain't really got a list like off the top of my head that I just got set in stone, but I know for sure I got
I got one.
Diablo in there. I got Wanted Dead in there. And have y'all ever played Wanted? Y'all don't think I ever played Wanted Dead.
Nah.
So Wanted Dead is it's a solo game. It's more so like a Devil May Cry type hack and slash, man. The game on paper looked cool. I was tapping into it, as it was coming out. It looked like a nice hack and slash game. You play as this like female kind of cyborg detective almost. She use a katana and she use guns, bro. Real Devil May Cry is you fight waves. I mean,
And
this
this
shit.
sounds sweet.
It sounds sweet and it looks sweet if you look at it. Like you hopping over shit, you hacking slashing. I uninstalled this shit that exact same night, bro.
It was that
I
bad.
bought the game, bro, probably like 6, 7 o'clock at night, and I was kind of on a whim because another game had just came out that I paid 74. I think it was either Wild Hearts or Dead Island came out around the same time. And I was like, do I really want to spend 70 on 2 different games? You know what I mean? But I was like, fuck it. The game looked cool. My type of speed. That shit was uninstalled by like 10 o'clock, bro, that night. I'm no bullshit. I was like, no, this shit is ass. The graphics kind of look like some shit you would play on Xbox 360. And the gameplay is just like it's repetitive as fuck. And just playing that shit, I didn't have no type of urge to keep going with that bitch. So yeah, I got Diablo Wanted Dead, and then my third, bro. Oh, my third, I probably have to go like maybe Anthem,
Nah, I need my money back for Anthem,
maybe
guaranteed.
Anthem. I would say, bro. The shit that
Get my
pissed me off
cheese back,
about
man.
Anthem, bro, is it came out the same day as Jump Force, bro, and
Mm.
I
Jump
spent
Force.
I spent like 140, bro, on those two, man, on Jump Force and Anthem, bro. So
I say this though, Jump. I don't need my money back for Jump Force. I wasn't happy with the product, but it wasn't like a refund me
no,
type
no,
of
no, no, no.
disappointment.
I had fun on Jump Force when it first dropped. I had fun. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah,
I was happy to be playing the game. But just the fact I spent 140 in like the course of 3 hours, bro, and those was the games that I came out 140 of, bro. I gotta one of them gotta go on the list in his Anthem.
is we can for sure pivot over to anime games, and I just want to say this. I just got to get this off my chest. JJK got too bad of a rep before it even came out.
Mm.
I don't think that game is bad as people make it seem, bro.
I mean,
Probably
shit.
played it out.
It's just like that's kind of normal for anime games though. Like a
You
lot
feel
of
me?
you know what I mean, from a nigga who like that's why I do anime games. A lot of people judge anime game based on the early trailers, how it looked, and decide whether or not they want to play it or not. Especially when we get to like the arena fighter genre and shit. It's been so
People
many
see an
bad
arena
ones.
fighter and chalk it up.
It's been so many bad ones that now automatically, if a game is entered to be an arena fighter, then it's automatically in the same category as the bad ones, like the One Punch Man game or the fucking My Hero One's Justice, which I didn't think was that bad either. Or you know what I mean, like just all the Demon Slayer games. Like a lot of people just kind of lump them all in one category. And I think
Yeah,
that's kind of what it was with JJK. A lot of people seen it wasn't in depth. It was just a standard arena fighter, which can be fun in the right circumstances. But yeah, a lot of shit like the story mode, everything outside of the just the gameplay, what it was built to be, is what people kind
yeah,
of picking at. And I kind of said that when the shit was dropping, like I could care less about the fucking story mode. I always expect the story mode to be trash in an anime game. I can care less about like the extra features and the extra modes. I don't never come there for that shit. I don't ever get the games for that shit. I'm getting just to play like as the character. So, but I do agree though. I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it was. I think it was all right. I think it was just all right. You know what I mean? I think people hold it in a high regard because it's JJK. And when niggas wanted
hmm
the JJK game to drop, they wanted like the perfect, you know what I mean? But if it would have been
yeah.
like if that would have been like a My Hero game or a Bleach game or, you know what I mean? Like something that's kind of not as popular, it wouldn't have got that much hate. I think it was because JJK was peaking at that time. Like season two
Literally,
had just ended and people were so, so high off the JJK media shit that they wanted something that was like crazy. They wanted a Sparking Zero for JJK, and niggas didn't get that, so they was automatically like, "Nah, this shit ass."
that game get too bad. I think that's actually like a pretty good game. Like in terms of like a first game for this anime of its type too, because that's a unique game. It's just like I feel like they did a pretty good job, but that's a good foundation to build from. It's obviously a lot of things they could have did better, but it's just like what are they basing it on? This is a 2v2 arena fighter unlocked. Like you can literally go and interrupt somebody combo. You feel me? Like this not a 2v2 tag type game or something like it's four people on the map actively banging at once.
Yeah, niggas just don't like anime games, bro. I didn't already came to
And
that
it's just
conclusion,
like
bro. Niggas don't like anime games.
it like cause something you put me hip to, shout out to Choji and go to his page, bro. That Hinokami Chronicles, that's a way better game than what I thought. I
Yeah.
never looked into it or nothing until I seen you playing it. And I'm just like, oh, this looked like an actual like really good anime game.
No, because I said the same shit. Because looking at it, you feel me, and I fell victim to the shit. Because looking at it, I was like, bro, this shit look like they took the Storm engine and they slapped some Demon Slayer on it and just made it a little bit worse. You feel me? So I was never interested in paying no real money for that bitch. But I always said, like, if I can catch that bitch on sale, I give it a go. Now, for whatever reason, they don't like to have that game on sale. They want to charge you full price. But I did end up catching it on sale. And then now I'm like covering anime games and shit. I'm like, I got to get this shit. I got to see what it's really hitting for. And it's fun. I would play it, but the player base is pretty much non-existent, especially on Xbox. So I just don't got it in me to get on and wait 30 minutes, you know what I mean, to play a set. But no, it's actually well put. A lot of people still play it and they got like they little competitive scene for it, but that's more on like the PlayStation side and shit.
Yeah, I hope they drop a two, make it cross play, build on the good foundation that they got, because that's a really good game, bro.
Man, I think as far as anime games, bro, Naruto pretty much got the blueprint for it. I think the whole Naruto series, bro, like back on the GameCube, bro. The Naruto GameCube games were perfect, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They were perfect. So I feel like
You talking
if
like
any,
Broken Bond? Is that
When it
the
was
No,
more, when it was
Clash of a
more so
Ninja.
like,
Mine was Xbox.
Yeah,
oh
yeah, when it
Clash
was
classic?
more
Xbox
so,
was.
like
Rise of the Ninja was
like
Xbox
drawn
too.
out type shit. Like it was more, the animation was just more grittier, bro. It was more better, in my opinion. And
You know,
I
niggas
feel
still
like if
play
they
though.
was to take, for real,
Niggas still. It's a competitive scene for Clash of the Ninja,
You
and
know, it's
niggas
a
still play.
competitive scene for that whole game.
Yeah, because
yeah,
Like
niggas
a
nah, that's
real
still like, and
crazy.
that's
competitive
an
scene.
actual like, it's a 3D fighter, but like it's actual combos and like mechanics and that shit. Where like niggas will like actual fighting game community people will really get on and play that shit and compete.
Like they modded and everything.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
they need
crazy.
to. I feel
You
like they
gotta
should
look
make a
that
new
up,
one of
bro.
those, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, bro. They need to make a new one of these, bro, because that shit was literally perfect.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like this
And it's
now,
still an
the way
active
this was,
community for the
bro.
game.
The way this was, bro, is like it was Budokai Tenkaichi was to Dragon Ball Z. I feel like
Nah, I think Storm
I
would
mean,
be more
Storm
so.
is Budokai Tenkaichi.
Storm, yeah, Storm
I
would be
just
the.
don't believe it, bro.
No,
I
I
I
mean,
get
feel
what you
like
saying, like in
that's the
terms of the
game.
gameplay, but I think
Yeah,
Storm elevated the Naruto series
this had to
because it
cross
was
Circle Walk, bro.
it was just more modern. It was more modern. You feel me? And
Yeah,
yeah,
more
yeah,
people
yeah.
was
That's
able
the
to
only
pick up
thing.
to it. The
I was say
story
because
modes.
Rise of the Ninja and Broken Bonds was really like peak solo Naruto games
Yeah,
in my opinion. Like those games were really, really good.
Broken
You could
Bond
walk
was
around the
good. I
entire
still remember
village.
that.
I never played it.
You walk around the entire village and do whatever the hell you want. You really went through the missions that was on the series of the show, so they stayed to the topic of the show. You got to
Mhm.
talk to everybody that Naruto knew and shit. Like
Hmm.
it was, really, really interactive for a game that came out when it did on Xbox.
Yeah, and they had mini games and shit
And
where like
Broken
you
Bonds,
would.
it was no for real, especially with Konohamaru on them.
Yeah, they had the shit where you could jump through the trees and travel through the forest and shit. Like I never played it,
Yeah,
but I seen niggas
on
playing
missions,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, like it was real
Yeah,
story
I
based,
never got to play
interactive.
Broken Bonds.
yeah, bro. It was. That was a
Broken
good
Bonds
game.
sold out, and they like for some reason, like the GameStop that was in Royal Oak never had any copies. Like I go there every year on my birthday after it came out, the day because it came out like 2 months before my birthday, and we was there on the day that it came out. Sold out that day. Broken Bond sold out. We went back for my birthday. Sold out still. It never had even got a restock on it. And then they never got it in. I even knew the manager. Like as a kid, I was just trying to see if they was gonna get that game back. It wasn't in the marketplace or nothing. Like I couldn't get my parents to give me that game for shit.
That bitch was a hitter. But I will say, back to what the good point that Choji had made about that competitive community for Naruto. It's about time for them to push a competitive game because esports is just becoming bigger and bigger.
They won with Fighter Z, so I mean they kind of straight off that bitch. Like they had already they got into the scene, got everything they could out of it, and kind of just I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it'll be a while before they dive back into it because how Fighter Z like it had its run, but it wasn't a staple. Like it didn't become a staple. So I kind of think they kind of like, all right, well, we tried our hand in that, and now let's now with the Hunter x Hunter game that's coming
No,
out.
Fighter Z was successful as fuck though.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it didn't become a staple like in fighting games. Like it's not
Oh yeah,
something
yeah.
that's going. You feel me? Like well, it had its run for sure when it was popular, but now as like it started to dial down and shit, it's not something that people are still continuing to like. You feel me? Like if we not
Like
seeing.
Xenoverse type shit.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like Xenoverse is a whole different ball game. But in
Yeah,
terms
we
of
just talking about from
competitive
the
though,
competitive aspect.
Oh, competitive fight,
the
not
next
Yeah, like
competitive
individual.
fighter though
esports
will be the Hunter x Hunter
hosting an
game.
event and stuff like that.
No, I think the Hunter x Hunter game is gonna be the tell of the tape as far as like if anime games get into the competitive scene. If that game do well, then you could probably see a lot more. If it flop, then that'll probably be it. Because it's not like
Yeah, I
Dragon
hope
Ball where you
not.
got a popular franchise that's automatically gonna do good. this is kind of
Yeah.
like niggas is coming for Hunter x Hunter is either gonna be super fans of Hunter x Hunter or they just gonna be like really good fans of fighting games. Like it's already people that just
Yeah.
really like fighting games that's tapping into it just to because it's something new and something fresh. Now if it can last, then you might see more. But like if Hunter x Hunter flop is bad for, I think they end up going back to the arena fighter better and all that.
The only
Yeah,
thing about the
and
Hunter x
that's what
Hunter
I'm
game is
afraid
if
of.
they would have to put a lot of manga spoiler in there for I don't know for it to be good for me, in my opinion.
Do y'all
Like
think Hunter x
just
Hunter really gonna be good though?
The game.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
All right. So it depends on who you ask,
like I
right? To
said,
like
if
the
they
casual,
if they put spoiler in there, I say that it'd be good, bro. That's all I'm saying. If they
I think
put
it'll
I
be
don't
spoilers in
good.
think
there,
Go
spoilers
ahead.
need to be in there because it ain't really. So
no,
this
I'm not
game,
saying like necessarily, tell us about what's going on in the manga, straight up, but more so like updated versions of the characters that's in the manga. You
I
feel me?
think the
Like
game
Krollo and
is
where
a.
he's at because Hisoka has awakened. He awakened his, his nin abilities to a
Yeah, I
higher
bet it's Pirate
higher
Frollo.
yeah, like it's a lot of stuff that's been going on in the manga, even though the manga been off and on. It's a lot that's been going on. It's just we ain't been getting the manga, so nobody really been giving two fucks about what's been going on in Hunter x Hunter. And if they got a game coming out, I would really love for them to at least put that stuff into the game so that people who don't know what's going on and be like, what the fuck is this? And then try to tune in and, find out all of that extra information.
Mm-hmm.
Because a
This
lot of people
game
think that,
though.
A lot of people think that, Hunter x Hunter legitimately ends at the Chimera arc, though.
This game is not gonna be set up around like the Hunter x Hunter lore or the story. It's really just gonna be in game
Nigga
fighting.
scrapping.
It's you got to look at it
Yeah,
as like it's a
they're
Street
trying to push
Fighter
this as the next game.
as a Street Fighter with just Hunter x Hunter characters on it. The story mode is gonna be shit. I'm telling y'all that right now. It's not gonna be nothing that niggas is
I'm
gonna want
not
to
looking
play.
for a Hunter. I'm not looking for a story mode though. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm saying like even for the fighters though, even for PvP and just competitive fighting, like I wouldn't want like how older Dragon Ball Z games they would give Goku Super Saiyan 4 his own character instead of making it a part of the regular Goku where he can just transform into Super Saiyan 4.
Right.
Basically, like they got Krollo awakened and then they got regular Krollo. You can just
Nah,
you
they're not gonna
switch,
do that.
yeah, no,
No,
I
they not,
understand
but
that.
I
Trust
do
and
agree with
believe that I
Sage.
understand that they not gonna do no shit like that because it's just not feasible at this point. Honestly, I ain't even gonna cap to you.
Anime
I
games
agree
just
with
don't go in the
Sage to
manga
the point
material. They just
of
don't do it.
no, they don't, and they don't, and like he's saying though, like if we just basing it on the anime, it's like how many characters are you really excited for?
It ain't
There's
even
a
about
whole
the
family
characters. It's just really
of
about how
wealth.
niggas play and how good the fighting mechanics
hey,
is.
hey, hey, that's what I'm
Cause
saying.
it's
Like
gonna be
Yeah.
that's I
niggas playing this
said, like
shit
there's
who
a
don't
whole
even know what
family
the
of
fuck
niggas
they
that you
looking
haven't
at.
met yet on the game.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
people,
for
saying,
bro.
bro.
sure.
That's
It don't that niggas is not worried about what characters are making into the game. Some people are who rock behind the
But
others,
you can't necessarily say that because the characters still do mean something.
but if you can have the
Like if
coolest
you
characters in this
picking up a
bitch,
character and you actually having fun with that character and thinking that the character is sweet and stuff speaks to the lifespan of the game. Now the
just like how we
competitive
that's
talk
what
scene,
the
like you
about
fighters
saying,
is
about
for.
the
just like how we
competitive
felt
scene
the
can be
Competitive
what it
niggas
rival,
do
is,
not
but if
care
the
about
game
just
having
like
don't
how
have
we
a
fun.
felt the
casual
rival
fan base,
about
it's
Death the
not gonna
Last
do
Arc, bro.
good no matter what the competitive scene does.
Like
That's
They
not
I
need to
honestly
have
true.
never
some type
heard
of
of Death the
casual
Last
fan
Arc
If
base.
it's
from
a competitive
Marvel at
fighter,
all.
bro, they could care less
But,
about niggas having fun.
bro, that's not no fighting game is made like that, bro.
Just telling you, bro. They not giving a fuck about niggas having fun with the characters. The game,
I ain't
you
say
can have the
I agree
coolest
with you that they
characters in this
main
bitch.
focus is to make it competitive for sure.
You can have all the characters you want, but if the gameplay is ass and niggas don't want to play it, it don't matter.
But that's what I'm saying though. The game can't only appeal to the competitive side
If
of
the gameplay
the
is
sport,
great and
because
you only got 4
if
players to
casual
play
people
with, you're
don't
not
look
gonna
to
want to play
buy
that
the
shit
game
either,
and
though.
play
You
the
feel me?
game, well, how much money is they gonna put to it to just be like, if you don't have a casual audience, who's going to watch the competitive players play?
Like fight niggas who like competitive fighting games. Like
And how much is that
They're
gonna really
also gonna have
carry
to be
them?
fans of Hunter x Hunter though. At the same
You feel
time,
me?
bro,
Because
like
you're starting a new generation.
that
When you
shit is
look
gonna
at
have to
these
come in
other
from.
events,
So I'm not sitting there watching like y'all watch Tekken. Y'all watch the Tekken fights and stuff like that. Y'all watch the Tekken tournaments. I'm not sitting there watching Tekken tournaments. I'm not a big fan of Tekken tournaments. I love fighting games, but I'm not about to sit and watch a tournament of fighting game people because that because it's on. No, I just want to play the game. I'm here to just play the game. So if I'm interested in the game, it's because I'm on the game at the moment. Most of these people that's going to get the game, most of the people that's interested in the game is just like you said, are going to be super fans of Hunter x Hunter, especially a show that has not produced any animation in 10 plus years now. You feel me? Like they waiting. People waiting on something
just being a
animated,
fan
whether
of a
it's a
show is
game,
not good
whether
enough
it's
to get a
another
nigga to buy the
whether it's
game.
another episode or a season. It's
Just being a fan of a show is not good enough to get people to pay $60 for a
but that's
game.
it's not.
that
It's not.
that's exactly that's what you mean. That's exactly what great enough to get a lot of people to pay for.
I'm telling you, bro, as a nigga who follow these games, like the
No,
niggas
it's
are
not
not
because
just paying
JJK
sixty
just
dollars
flopped.
because they like the game or they like the anime. They not just gonna pay 60 because niggas are realizing the pattern with these games that's exactly what they think. Because niggas like the show, we gonna put out an ass game and people gonna buy it anyway. And that's what they've been doing. And niggas are catching on.
Yeah.
Like we not just buying the game because you put an anime skin on it and think we just about to hop on it. No, if niggas don't like the game or how it look, they not fucking with it, regardless of what anime it is.
Yeah, but you can attest that to JJK. JJK
Exactly.
was literally at peak popularity, and that game did not sell. People
Niggas
seen a
saw
trailer
it.
and
Niggas ain't
said,
even give it a
"Fuck it."
chance. They said,
Like,
I don't give a fuck who in this bitch. I'm not buying it.
yeah, yeah,
And
That's
that shit is
tough.
way more popular than Hunter x Hunter. So we not finna a nigga just liking the anime will not get him to buy the game.
no. I agree with that. More so, what I'm saying is that, like what you saying like if Hunter x Hunter don't do good in terms of being a competitive anime game, you saying that it might just hold back competitive anime games as a whole, right?
I don't think we'll see another one for a while if this one don't do
He's
good.
saying anime
Yeah,
games in
and what
general,
I'm saying,
right?
and I'm saying
No,
for
what you
another
talking about?
competitive anime game, Hunter x Hunter can't just be like some side event game. If they're making that game competitively, they have to do something to appeal to a casual audience. Because if you only appeal to competitive gamers, do you know how many games go to esports and Evo and all this stuff? They have like 10 games that's there. It's only 3 or 4 of them that really get in the money and the attention and the big screen stuff. Competitive fighting game fans will go sit and watch some of these little games on the side. They not really generating no money or nothing. And if this game don't generate actual money, we're dealing with the circumstance that you're naming.
It's not going to generate no it's not going to be on no it's not going to be a staple of fighting games. It's not going to be some shit that niggas is still playing 5 years down the road at high level tournaments. It's going to be a side game that niggas who play
So
like
you're expecting it to be a side game,
it's
like a street,
cut
like them
it's
old Street Fighter
it's going to
games
be one of
that
them.
people still play
The
in
old
Evo for
Marvel
whatever
versus
reason.
Capcoms, it's gonna be in that genre. It's not gonna be on no main stage,
Well, hold it,
no
because Marvel
MK.
versus Capcom is a staple though. In this time,
I'm saying
people still playing it now.
the older ones, the twos and
Yeah,
the Street Fighters 2 and all them is them are
that they
side
still
game.
playing.
It's okay, but it's not like some shit that's gonna be on the main stage at Evo or no shit like that.
Yeah, but what I'm
Mm.
saying is, in its time, when Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out, in its time, that was a main stage game.
But this
Dragon
not what
Ball
I'm saying is
Fighters
this won't
was
be
a
that.
main stage game for several years.
What I'm saying this won't be that though.
I don't. But and you think that that's
Nah,
enough
I
though?
won't.
Even if it's a side event a game, if this game cannot reach the potential to be like Dragon Ball Fighters, because the same people making it.
Yeah, it's not gonna
You
be
feel
fighters
that's a
though.
part of the hype that's going with it. If it cannot reach that level that Dragon Ball Fighters and it's just a side effect game, you think that's enough for them to take another chance in the future?
No, they won't. I don't think. As I said, they won't do another one for a while.
You saying regardless.
When this game come out and it reach its peak, bro, I don't think its peak is gonna be high enough for them to justify another competitive anime fighter. Because the
Yeah.
gap
So
between
no, we
Fighter
making the
Z,
same point
the
then.
gap between Fighter Z and this, when did Fighter Z come out? 2017?
I believe
27,
so.
I say 2018, right? Just 6 years
Uh-huh.
ago. So
Yeah.
immediately after Fighter Z came out, what was niggas asking for? The same company to make a Naruto fighters or One Piece fighters, like a popular
Another
IP.
anime Arxis Systems to make another anime game like
Exactly. And them niggas
Dragon
took
Ball
six
Fighters, right?
years. Them niggas took 6 years to even consider, you know what I'm saying, going down that realm again. They made so many
Well,
other
I won't
fucking
say that
games.
though, because Dragon Ball Fighters was extremely successful. They were still focusing on that, and they put out other games in that time too. They put out Guilty Gear Strive.
They put out Strive. They put out Melty Blood. They work on Blaze Blue. They did so much shit before they even
Yeah,
considered another anime game, is what I'm saying, though.
I could kind of see what you're saying, but at the same time, they was their own company before they did Dragon Ball. So
Right.
them dropping another Guilty Gear wasn't like Dragon Ball is a success. We're still doing this. We're still putting out. We talking in the 6 year time frame.
About to be
We're
mad as
still
hell. My
doing
lighter.
updates. The game is still getting high attention at esports. I don't really feel like they focus was what's the next quick way. It's just like let's let Dragon Ball Fighters be the hype that it is while we work on the titles that we naturally do as Arc Systems. Like Guilty Gear is our game. Let's put out another Guilty Gear. You feel me? And now that Guilty Gear came out and had its time and kind of is what it is now, and Dragon Ball Fighters is like on it, it's finally coming down from where the hype that it was at. It's like, okay, what's the next anime game now that we can try? And they chose Hunter x Hunter. I don't really see them competitively working on. They still was gonna drop their own game, is basically what I'm saying. You feel me? Like they was still gonna drop Guilty Gear. They wasn't gonna say we not dropping Guilty Gear to drop another anime game when we have and still actively working on Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I just don't. I get you. I just don't see this won't be the one that'll break through for like
Hmm.
because niggas don't like anime games enough in general, but it's to just be
Yeah,
like something that's niggas just don't fuck with them.
I agree. I
And
agree.
it's like you feel me. This not gonna be 100 is not something that's just going, especially if early. Look, I'm not gonna sit there and say the early gameplay looked the best. It looked cut and dry. It looked like a lot of people been saying like a PS2 game or a PS3 game. I'm not gonna go that
That's my
far.
turn off with it.
I'm not gonna go that far, but like it ain't nothing that a nigga who don't play these games on the regular gonna look at and be like, oh, I want to play that. It's nothing that's gonna
right.
catch somebody
Mhm.
eye. You know what I mean? So the expectations for this shit, I got them at a reasonable level, but like I'm not. No, as far as
Yeah,
this breaking through and now a bunch of
Didn't
anime getting
Fighter Z
competitive
kind
games,
of look like a PS2 game though?
absolutely not.
It
no.
didn't.
People think
No,
that Fighter Z look better than Budokai
yeah,
remake
Spark
for
and
some Spark
Zero.
and
Fighter
Zero.
Z was
They will
probably
be
the
on. They are
cleanest.
on social media arguing, saying that Fighter Z
Terms of
look better
just
than
like
Spark and
in
Zero.
terms of just in in terms of just like I'm saying like like the drawing and animation of it.
Beautiful. Everything
It
about Fighter Z was from the pixels to the frames to the design, like the art
excellent.
style. That shit was like that's what sold me on this shit was like, damn, this shit look sweet as fuck. Like
Yeah, the abilities look sweet. The alts look sweet. The
What's the point
different
of coming
character
out with Spark and
models.
Zero if they got this?
because it's a different
Well,
genre.
number one, Fighters is dying out at this point, and Spark and Zero is just people been begging for a Budokai remake. That was easy money for them, and they doing it right.
And
Yeah,
everybody don't like the 2D competitive style of a fighting game. Some people
Yeah.
prefer arena fighters that's more casual because it's more so
And
like it's 3D.
yeah.
I fly around, like you're not flying around and blowing up buildings and shit on Fighter Z. So like to get the true anime feel, like a lot of people prefer arena fighters. So it's like they gonna come out with a
Yeah.
different genre eventually.
It's really not even that because people don't even like arena fighters for it. It's just Budokai was just so successful. Budokai, all the regular Budokais, the Budokai Tenkaichi, when they dropped were successful, popular games and held a lot of nostalgia today. People been asking for it and they finally did it. So it's just like,
They like arena
we
fighters
put
when
a
it come
little
to
bit of
Dragon
love
Ball.
into it. Yeah, when it come to Dragon Ball,
Niggas
yeah.
love arena fighters when it's a Dragon Ball title on it.
Like Dragon Ball and Naruto is like the two most popular anime gaming franchises to put out like multiple successful games. So it's just like when it comes to those two, they the exception. But yeah, Budokai Tenkaichi was just, its Xenoverse been out for a long time. It seemed like they not making another one. They just gonna keep updating this one. Dragon Ball Fighters is no longer in its hype anymore of where it was in terms of esports competitiveness, and that's kind of falling off. They still hold like little tournaments and stuff, but Sparking Zero's like they next big thing. Let's slap a Dragon Ball title on something. Let's make some money.
make
Which they
some
gonna make
money.
some money because they
Yeah,
got
they
me.
gonna make some money for sure.
They got me.
They got $1 out of me for sure.
You feel me? I've been begging for a Sparking Zero remake. But yeah, back to what Choji was saying. I really do just want them to just, like I would like Choji and So was saying, I would like a competitive Naruto game. I would like to see Naruto take that step up and be played at a high level and get a game with that type of love to it. Whether it was Arxis who made like a Naruto Fighters or a remake of the Rise of Ninjas or the Clash of Ninjas, whatever it was, they still have a heavily committed competitive scene that I feel like if they dropped a remake and did it good, that they could get a competitive following behind it.
I think they need to just get away from just 1v1 fighting games or just like versus fighting games for a minute and kind of just diversify. Like One Piece kind of do the shit, but they just don't make good games. But like they got like Pirate Warriors. Like why niggas don't do more Muso games? Like you know what I mean? Like Dynasty Warrior type games where you take on a bunch
Man,
of
that
you know what I
should
mean.
be
And you got
cool.
all these now. One Piece do like they do the best fucking anime version of Dynasty Warriors. Like the One Piece Pirate
Yeah,
Warrior
they
Yeah,
do.
games are good.
yeah.
Niggas just don't
Yeah.
play them for whatever reason. I don't like. I just they cool with me, but I can only play them for so long.
Dynasty Warriors is a very niche gaming genre in and of itself.
But I mean, like we could see more of that. Where if you got an anime like One Piece, where you got all these different characters, you put them on the field and they could display all they shit on, you know what I mean, just in that format. That'd
Yeah,
be
that shit
cool.
cool.
Take some more story mode shit. Like, why is it not a modern game where like how they did Kakarot, right?
Right.
Why is it
Mhm.
not a why don't animes go different directions versus then all right, let's just put two niggas on the screen and fight each other? Like it's so much more shit they could be if they really want to get in their bag for real. Like
Yeah,
if they feeling
Yeah.
the niggas is tired of arena fighters and just regular fighters, like they could really get in their bag with some of these titles. Sword Art Online kind of do it with the JRPG shit. You feel me? But
Sword Art
like,
Online do try. Because
yeah,
they
no,
be dropping games like crazy.
they games is decent, but yeah, it's more like yeah, it's different shit that niggas could do. Like imagine a Naruto game where you got stealth missions, you got combat, you got, you know what I'm saying, you playing through the story of young Naruto, you got Sasuke missions in there and all that type of shit, and you
that'd
play
be
some
cool.
missions as Kakashi, some missions you gotta sneak around, some missions you gotta scrap, some missions you gotta learn, you know what I mean? Like little shit where you gotta like learn
Yeah.
jutsu and all that. Like, why is you feel me? They dropping the ball on a lot of shit if we being real. Where
Facts.
they could
Yeah.
really
Now
switch
I
it
would
up.
love a Naruto game where I can make my own ninja and kind of play along with the story and go on the stealth mission and go
Yeah,
through my tuning exams and yada yada yada. Like that'd be fun.
create your own type of jutsu or style of jutsu that you want to do and shit. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be fun. What so how you feel about the Bleach game?
The Bleach game finna be hard, bro. I think the Bleach game gonna be better than a lot of shit that's been put out over the last couple years.
You think it's gonna be better than Hunter x Hunter?
100%. I think the Bleach game gonna be up there with Sparking Zero.
Oh, for real? Sparking Zero, that's kind of crazy.
That bitch gonna be up there with Sparking Zero for sure, bro. You can tell by the amount of detail they putting into it, the uniqueness in the characters, bro. The like the system they got for like the battle system they got is not just
Mhm.
fucking I'll fight you till your health bar done, your health bar done, or you know what I mean? Like it's not like that. You feel me? You gotta actually get to a certain state in the match to pop your Bankai, and then you feel me? Like, nah, the Bleach game is gonna be up there with Sparking Zero for sure.
That's some high praise, man.
I can already see it because I didn't see. I know how this shit go. Like I can tell the shit gonna be mid, and I just gotta hope for the best, or I can just tell like, oh, these niggas gave a fuck. And that's sometimes really all it take, bro. It's like these niggas giving a fuck,
It
and they
is
could put out a
for a lot
quality
of
product.
games. For a lot of games, they just gotta give a fuck and stop just dropping shit for money.
I'm actually more hyped for the Bleach game than I am for Sparking Zero.
I don't know about that, bro.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
tough.
That's tough.
That's tough.
just
I ain't never
unique.
seen the Bleach game, but that's
The
tough.
Bleach game do look fun and it do look good.
It's
But
fresh,
Sparking
bro.
Zero,
It's
I've
just
been waiting
fresh,
for that
bro.
for years.
Sparking Zero, it's kind of like I'm not saying it's gonna. I'm just saying I'm more hyped for it because we ain't had a Bleach game like we haven't had no real Bleach console games. They did a Muso game back in like PS3, but that shit wasn't really good enough. You feel me? Like to be in
Mhm.
contention. So like we don't have no Bleach games we could just go and play, bro. That's not mobile. You feel me?
Mhm.
So this gonna be a whole new Sparking Zero is like niggas that had so many Dragon Ball games, bro, and the bar already set with Tenkaichi 3. So all they really got to do is just build off some shit we done already had, and we know what that shit gonna be. You feel me? So like I'm just saying I'm more hyped because this is gonna be something totally new.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then the
Oh
Sparking
yeah,
Zero shit killed me with the demos and shit, bro. Like they kind of overdoing it right now. Just let the shit drop and stop letting niggas play the game and just get out fucking as much gameplay as out there. Like every fucking day I load up YouTube and it's brand new
it
Sparking
is kind
Zero
of crazy that they
gameplay, bro.
doing
Like
that.
I'll avoid seeing this shit. I don't want to see this shit no more, bro. I want to be able to play the
Yeah,
game and feel like I'm experiencing it when I first load up. Not like I done niggas is spamming videos and shit. That's why I say the hype, just the hype aspect is dying down for me, bro. Like I'm just ready for that shit to be here.
Mhm.
Yeah, niggas, the Sparking,
yeah.
they
No,
putting out too
I
much
agree with
shit.
that. They drop something new like every day for like the past 2 months. For me, it's like I like that they showing this stuff. I other people watching because the videos still get thousands and thousands of views. But for me, I'm in the same boat as you. Like I didn't seen enough. I'm sold, and I don't want my experience to be ruined because I didn't basically seen everything that the game got to offer before it even came out.
Feel me, bro? Like you could go watch any character, damn near half the roster out there on Sparking. Like it's some gameplay out there for him, and you could just like, oh, this is the character I want to play. Let me pull him up, see what he do. Oh, this how he fight. All
Yeah,
right, boom. These the maps. Like it ain't gonna be shit new when you actually get the game. It's gonna be shit you've been watching other niggas
yeah.
do. I'm like, bro, just let this shit drop, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised other people still watching it. I'm just like, bro, like y'all not sold, y'all haven't seen enough. Like, but I'm
Once
like,
they
if
said
y'all want to watch
Tenkaichi,
it,
I was
power to
sold.
y'all, bro. Like, power to y'all. But I'm done. Like, I don't need to see another transformation. I don't need to see every person ability. Like, I'm good, bro. I don't even want
Right.
to really see no more roster reveals. I'd rather get the game and see the roster.
Yeah, I'm not even really covering none of the shit no more, bro. Cause like now they just putting out the niggas that we already know that's gonna be in the game. So unless they drop somebody new, you feel me, like or like some shit like we wasn't expecting that catch us off guard, like I'm kind of cool on. Like the trailer they put out, they put out a
Yeah.
trailer 2 weeks ago, and it was a kid. This how they played it, bro. They scheduled a video on YouTube like the night before, day before. Sparking Zero new character trailer reveal. Niggas like, oh shit, they dropping new characters. Bet, let me tap in, bro. The trailer came out, bro. These niggas revealed the Cybermen, the Sand Saga niggas, bro, and the Frieza Saga niggas, bro.
That's tough.
Like niggas we
Bruh.
know was gonna be in the game, bro. Like Zarbon, Dodoria, Frieza, Nappa.
Yeah,
You know, like niggas. All right, bro. So why? And then today they had another character reveal trailer. Any guesses? It's the fucking Cell Saga, Android 18. And
bruh.
like, bro, we know. All right, so what y'all on right now, bro? Like, y'all not bringing
Bruh.
us nothing new. Y'all just hyping niggas up for no reason. So yeah,
Now,
I
I
don't
will
know.
say they did get me a couple days ago with a Broly trailer. A
That's
Z
funny.
Broly
Yeah.
trailer.
Nah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I didn't think that movie characters was gonna make it into the base game because I thought they was all gonna be DLC. Like it's an easy sell. But Z Broly, regular Z Broly, is in the game. I did not watch the trailer because it's just like I don't want to see what he can do already. But they did catch me off guard with that one.
You got catfish, bro.
What,
I
You
think
got
you got
Broly fish.
catfish, bro. They did not. I ain't heard
bro? Hold
nothing.
on,
I think you got
You got
catfish, bro.
Broly
I ain't
fish.
heard nothing about because last time I was looking, movie niggas is not confirmed, bro.
bruh.
I think you got catfish, gang. I ain't gonna hold
I
you,
mean,
bro.
that's probably true though, because for a long time, bro, they wasn't even fucking with GT. So who's to say they wouldn't put
They
a?
haven't even confirmed GT.
But you know they
I
gonna put
think
GT in there, bro.
I
GT is
don't.
confirmed to not be in the
I
game.
don't. I don't think they're gonna put
Really?
GT. I think it's gonna be DLC, but I don't think it's gonna be there. They haven't said nothing yet. It's not one piece of evidence that say they're gonna have GT in there.
Mm,
Yeah, I
Not
think
from none of the
Z
characters that's
bro
been playable.
GT is confirmed to not be in the base game.
that's tough.
Cause in the demo, they had niggas from each saga playable. They had Sand Saga niggas, Frieza Saga, Majin Buu. They even had the Super niggas playable. They had Super Broly and Gogeta playable.
Yeah,
No GT.
Mm,
I seen the gameplay. They had like a full match
They had
gameplay.
the Tournament of Power niggas playable. No GT. No movie nigga. So that's like where it's like we really don't know if GT gonna make the roster.
really hate to see it, man. Damn.
But GT, I think GT gonna be DLC. They just not gonna be in the base roster.
Yeah, make it at some point. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
As long as they get in where they fit in, man, I ain't mad at it.
All right, fellas. This was a good discussion, man.
Yeah, I
All
can already
right,
tell
yes,
off the
sir.
thumbnail, bro.
You said the thumbnail?
I can tell off the thumbnail, bro.
You done made it?
It's
You talk about what I just
yeah,
said.
it's over with, bro. It's over with. It's over with, bro. Oh, this nigga
Yeah,
is the
man.
king, bro. I'm not gonna say bro name. This nigga is the king of spam and sparking zero content that don't be on nothing.
Bruh.
Don't be on nothing. This
Funny
nigga
And I
man.
hate it because I
this is
follow
a
the nigga for other
video.
reasons.
This is a video about the trailer that they not even the trailer, the notification that they will be uploading the trailer the following day. This
Nah,
is
that's
pretty much him
crazy.
saying like, hey, they
Oh,
getting
this
ready to
bitch
drop a
is a
trailer.
2 minute
14,000
video.
views though.
Niggas
Yeah,
saying, hey, they getting
14K
ready to drop a
views.
trailer tomorrow, bro, and then put the Broly shit on there to make niggas like, come on, bro,
That's probably why niggas clicked for real.
bro,
I ain't clicked that shit.
I
But
clicked it. I ain't gonna lie.
it's crazy because I follow this nigga for other reasons. He just spamming Sparking Zero
no,
content.
yeah, bro, solid, but
Hey
yeah,
man, you putting in that work.
he didn't
You
got me
doing
like
something
that
you ain't
before.
do. Mm.
But yeah, man, this was the latest episode of the Vodcast, man. We are officially on Spotify and other podcasts. If you want to listen to us on the go in your car, something where you just don't got to leave your phone open and watch us on YouTube. We are bringing y'all more options to listen to us. So you can find us anywhere you get your podcast. And we working on Apple Music right now. Shout out to the love, man. We just had an episode hit 100 plus, our first podcast episode to go 100 plus. So I wanted to say
Love.
thank you for that, man. That was a big one for us. We love seeing the love. We love seeing y'all comments and talking to y'all and interacting with y'all with the anime news, gaming news, anything that we bring to y'all, man. This the best up and coming podcast. So keep tapping into us.
Yes, sir. I got any final
Yes,
thoughts?
sir.
Any wrap ups, bro? Any flops
No,
y'all
man,
want to get
I'm
out?
good, man. I'm
Fuck
good.
Anthem.
That's crazy, bro.
What
I
he
That's
need
say,
damn
my
near
man?
120
unnecessary.
back, bro. I got the
What he
legacy
say?
edition for that bitch.
That's damn near unnecessary.
What he say?
Fuck
Fuck
Anthem.
Anthem.
Oh, Anthem. Oh, yeah, we are.
I
Have
bought
a
the
good night
legacy edition
to
for
the
that
people.
bitch.
Have a great
Man,
night.
I spent so much cheese on Anthem, bro.
What you say, Sage?
I would say have a great night to the people.
For sure.